Me never raise him, me never raise him, me never raise him so. Somewhere along the line, my son got messed up, you know. Me clothe him, me feed him, me watch him every day, boy, I talk to him. Oh yeah.
I'm your host, Dr. Peter K.B. St. Jean. We are talking about parenting during very difficult times, and we're talking here to our guest, Dylan Bass, who was talking about his life from a strong upbringing, college, a college graduate, facing tough times and making some decisions that have turned his life around to the point where he's now at St. Leonard's house and looking to rebuild his life. We're talking about the do's and don'ts of parenting. So what kind of advice do you have for the audience about the things to do and the things not to do based on what you've learned through life so far?
I would say do spend a lot of time with them. Mm-hmm. Do read with them. Mm-hmm. Do help them with their homework.
Right.
And don't neglect them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave it up to other people to take care of them and to raise them. And
right, and those types of things. What are some of the highlights, the things that you really just think about that makes you so proud about having been a father?
Oh, their birthdays, just what they've grown up and turned into. You know, they're young. She's a young woman now, and my sons are turning into young athletes, and that's something to be really proud of.
Right. Well, that's a wonderful thing. It's so many times that our kids bring us so much pride, and we just feel that we're extensions of them. It's always good to take some time out to recognize that. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you so much for calling.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing very good, brother.
My name's David, man. I know Dylan Bass, man. I was incarcerated with him.
Okay, all right. So what kind of guy is he?
He was real cool, man. He was in you was in Southwestern, right?
Yes, sir.
You recognize the voice? You know?
Not yet.
Not yet. You mind telling him who you are? Hello.
Yeah, man. You remember the tall, light-skinned guy with the long hair?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Are you a parent? Are you a parent also, caller? Hey, caller, do you have children?
Soon to be.
Soon to be. Do you what? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a father?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
Right. We had last week. Our show was on 12 things to do. 12 things to think about before becoming a dad, and the first thing on the list was to remember that parenting is a lifelong job, and that the relationship you have, the woman that you're about to have the child with, you're about to have a relationship for the rest of your life with that woman, whether or not it is an active relationship. You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What about financially? What are you doing? Are you ready financially to support the child?
Yeah, I am.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Get me a job, you know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate. What are your thoughts so far from what you heard Dylan said so far?
Well, I had just turned to the channel, you know, so I had turned and was like, man, I seen him. I know him.
Yes. Well, he's been very open and honest with us about the mistakes he's made, and he's been honest about the effort he's making to be a better parent. And we really thank you for calling in and saying some good, encouraging words to him.
Right, man. I know I was locked up when he looked real familiar.
Yes.
Thanks, David. Good luck to you.
All right. Good luck to you too, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot for calling, David. We appreciate the call. Do we have another caller?
All right, man.
Yes, we have another caller. Caller, thank you so much for calling. Caller, are you there?
No problem. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, sir. How are you? Caller, go ahead.
All right. I was just calling in because I was just checking out the program, the do's and don'ts of parenting.
Yes, sir.
And I'm a parent myself. I have a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old daughter. First of all, how y'all doing? My name is Bill Coney.
Hey, Bill.
All right. And what I was calling because I have some concerns. I have a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. I'm a 33-year-old parent and of two young girls.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sometimes it gets difficult trying to build and establish a relationship with teenagers.
Right.
So I just want to just get a little insight, if you will, on how to really deal effectively with young ladies.
Please go ahead. Give us some advice. Oh, you want advice? Are you giving advice or you want advice?
No, I want some advice. I need it.
Okay. All right. I'll give you some advice. You're going to stay on with us or you're going to listen offline? He's gone. Okay, I guess.
However you want to do it, I'm with you.
Well, okay, you can stay on. You can stay on and listen, and in case you interact, in case you have any questions. Well, one advice I have for you of dealing with a teenage girl and raising teenagers. Hopefully, especially for those of you who your children are not yet teenagers, what you get during teenage years are oftentimes an indication of what you put in before the teenage years. So do not wait for your child to be there 12, 13, preteen, and then show up and then, expect to maybe help her out throughout those difficult times. If you have had a relationship with her before she turned 13, whatever you see during the teenage years is going to be a reflection of what you put in. Now, you may not be able to go back and fix the things that you did wrong, and if you did the things that are great, you could really undo them, but you probably can't fix the wrong things that you did. But every day that you begin is a day earlier than tomorrow, and it's important to start a great relationship now. One of the very important things in raising teenagers is really just giving them an opportunity to hear what they have to say. At that age, they think they know everything. Sometimes they know a lot more. Say again?
They do. That's true. They
Right.
really do.
Yeah, and believe it or not, she actually knows she knows more about certain things than you do. Maybe more about the cell phone and more about Facebook and iPod and Willow Smith and certain things, right? She knows
That's
more
true.
about those. She certainly knows more about her school and her schoolwork than you do. Because remember
true.
back in the day when you did math, this day they do something else, right? Right.
Man, it's a whole other curriculum. It seems like.
And if she's I'm sure she's a beautiful young lady, right?
Yes, absolutely. Both, like I said, I have two, a 14 and a 15-year-old, two teenage daughters, beautiful children. It's just the fact that what I do is I seek advice from a lot of young women. But being that I see the guy sitting on the panel with me, he was incarcerated or what have you. I just learned that from the previous caller.
Right.
But that's kind of like sort of my same situation. But, I've been just trying to, I think my expectations are too high. Well, not too high, but I think my expectations for my children are high because that's the way that a parent should be. They should have high expectations for the relationship.
But not unrealistic expectations. There's difference between high expectation and unrealistic expectations. Do you live with your daughters on a day-to-day basis?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, spend some time, and whenever they come to visit with you, make sure you have dinner with them, take them out, and just listen to them. One of the best things that you can do is to listen to them and to let them know that the way they feel about certain things, if you understand that you understand, and to support them, to ask them about the things that they like in life, the things they don't like. Just try to know them. If you just try to know them and know them genuinely, you will be able to understand how to work with them better, okay?
No problem. What is the guy on the panel? Does he
Yes.
have a word or two for me?
Yeah, sure. I say, Bill, keep an open line of communication for them. Just be a listener and be a friend.
Okay. I really
Don't try to control them and point them in the direction you want them to go. Let them go where they want to go.
Okay, absolutely. I'll take heed to that. I appreciate your time.
All right, thank
so
you.
much for calling. So talking about that, what are some of the best in with your teenage daughter? I mean, what do you say is your best accomplishment with her in your relationship with her?
Best accomplishment, just seeing her grow up and turn into a good young woman. Teaching her how to drive, that was a good time.
Yeah,
that was a good time, and getting ready to watch her graduate from high school pretty soon.
Oh wow, that's a highlight. That's a highlight. What about the sons? What other things that?
Oh, just keeping them involved in sports and baseball and football, and trying to help them get their grades back up. While I was gone, they had a little falter in their grades, and trying to help them get back on track with that.
Have your boys ever spoken to your daughter? Ever spoken to you about what they feel about you getting incarcerated?
No, they haven't. We're just going to tackle that situation when it arises. They're just happy that I'm back at this point, and so we're just going to move forward. Move forward now.
How long were you gone for?
For 33 months.
33 months. And what was it like? What is it like being in jail?
Well, there's a difference between being in jail and being in prison.
And being in prison, right. Maybe someone used the term, but yeah.
Right. The prison I was in wasn't really a prison. There was a fence around it, but it wasn't a prison. It was a treatment center.
Okay.
It was a behavior modification program. That was a
Okay.
voluntary program
Okay.
that you could volunteer yourself for.
Okay.
I volunteered myself for that, and I'm thankful that I did it because I learned a lot and taught me a lot about being a parent and keeping my obligations on what I need to do.
No, well, that's a wonderful thing. Sometimes life gives us different chances. Every day is a new moment. Every second that we get is a chance to turn over a new leaf and to do some things that are different. You're looking at the do's and don'ts of parenting. I'm your host, Dr. Peter KB St. Jean. We are talking about parenting in very difficult time, and you are watching Dylan Bass. We've had a couple callers call in. We have about 2 minutes, about a minute and a half remaining. As we start to wind down, what are some of the other things that you have to say to callers, just in terms of some advice?
Really just to be in your kid's life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't take them for granted. Spend as much time with them as you can, and be a friend.
Yeah, right.
Be a friend to them. That's the most important. Don't try to control their lives. Don't try to tell them what to do. Don't point them down the road that you want them to go. Let them follow their own path and create their own direction.
Now,
Let them learn from their mistakes just like you had to.
What if they're going down the wrong path? What do you do? I mean,
Well, sometimes everybody has to experience troubles in the road. You know, let them make a mistake and then be there to support them and pick them back up. You know, when they fall down, you pick them back up.
now we can't go back and we can't fix the past. But if you had to do one thing different in your past, what is that one thing that you would have done different?
Just that one thing, I would have got married
You'd have gotten married to whom?
to my son's mom.
Okay. You think there's still a chance?
I hope so.
You hope so? You think she's gonna? You think after what's her name?
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, listen up. This brother right here, he's trying to change his life, Michelle. I know he's going to show you this show because I'm going to give him a copy. He's going to have it on his laptop, right? I don't know him for very long. He's a student of mine. Well, you've been to how many? 2 of my classes?
Yep.
He's going to be in my class for he's probably going to, maybe for the next 10 weeks or so, right? I'm going to try to shove some things in his brain, right? I'm going to try to let him deliver on all the promises that he made about trying to be a better dad and all that. And if you can't, if my word is worth anything, you don't know me from anywhere. But maybe give this brother a chance, right? He wants to be there for his sons, right? He wants to continue being in the life of his daughter, and he really is trying that this is the last time. Is this the last time they're incarcerated?
This is definitely the last time.
Why are you so sure?
Because I'm positive. It's one thing to watch it on TV or to hear about it from other people, but to live in and experience it yourself, it's a life-changing experience, and you need to take advantage of the things that you learn in life.
Well, we're gonna have to wind up here soon. But would you like to give a shout out to anyone? Say hi to anyone?
I'd just like to say thank you to St. Leonard's for the opportunity and for you for giving me the opportunity. Maybe we can come back and do it again soon.
Thank you so much again. You're looking at the Do's and Don'ts of Parenting. Your host, Dr. Peter KB St. Jean, speaking with Dylan Bass about parenting during very difficult time. We want to thank the callers that called in. We want to thank the First Five Behavioral Comprehensive Care and Dr. George Smith for this opportunity. And we ask you to join us again at 6:30 on next week, Monday. Until next time, stay well.
Mama is well known in the neighborhood. All her friends gathered when they heard the news to give their support anyhow they could. They said, "Be strong, Mildred. We know that's not how you raise your children." She looked them straight in the eyes. She just broke down and just could not hold back her tears. You heard the neighbors. She never raised him, she never raised him, she never raised him so. Somewhere along the line her son got messed up, you know. She clothed him, she feed him, she watch him every day, but she talk to him. Oh yeah. But Johnny got caught up in the wrong crowd.